Hello everyone, I'm Veena Gandhi, Assistant Professor from Department of BCA Science, Abida Inamda Senior College. Once again, I welcome you all in Advanced C Programming course. Today in this video, you will learn main topic Files in a C Part 1. The topics covered in this video are what is a file, then streams, predefined streams, then types of files, that is text and binary file, then difference between text files and binary files, then what is the file pointer, operation on files, and assignment on about topic. What is a file? We frequently use the files for storing data or information which can be processed by any program. So in order to store information permanently and retrieve it afterwards when we need, so we use files. This files is nothing but container which stores the data permanently. So files are not only used for storing text data, but it can store audio, video, image. Our programs are also stored in our files. Now the editor which you use for typing the program or for typing the data is that manipulates files for you. For example, Notepad, or you can say text editor like VI editor, Turbo C editor, you use for storing the for typing the information and storing the data. So in order to use files, we have to learn file IO, that is how to write the information to the file and how to read data from the file through our C programs. Next topic, streams. We have already learned this topic in basic C programming course. Let us revise again. Now C language does not have input and output statement. So all C input output is done with the what streams. A stream is nothing but sequence of bytes of data. A sequence of bytes of data flowing into program is known as input stream, and a sequence of bytes of data going out from the program is known as output stream. So the use of streams make the program or make the program's IO device independent. Means programmer don't have to write code for each and input output device. Now C language provides these 5 predefined streams: stdin, that is standard input device, keyboard; stdout, standard output device, that is screen; stderr, standard error output device, that is screen; stdprn, standard printer device is what? Printer; stdaux, standard auxiliary device, that is serial port COM1. Now this stream means these streams act as an intermediate between the IO device and our C program. Types of files. So for every disk file that the program uses, a stream is associated with that file, has to be created. The streams can be either text or a binary. That's why we have two types of the files, text and binary. You can see in this figure, text file contains only text data, and binary file contains the binary data in the form of ones and zeros. Now let us see first text files. A text file contains the data in the form of ASCII characters and generally used to store stream of characters or sequence of characters. Each line in the text file ends with a new line character, it is \n. A text file are very easy to read and to write by any text editor. They are generally stored with the extension .txt file, .txt. Text files also used to store the source code of any programming language. Next, binary files. A binary file contains the data in the binary form, that is 0 and 1, instead of storing ASCII characters. They contain a data in the same fashion as we store data in a main memory. The binary files can be created only from within a program, and their contents can be read only by a program. Means any text editor files cannot read the binary files. They are more secure than the text file and not easily readable. They generally store with the .bin file extension. Let us see difference between text file and binary file. A text file consists of sequence of characters organized into lines and terminated by \n character which indicate the end of line. A binary files typically contains sequence of bytes or order grouping of 8 bits. Binary file may contain textual as well as custom binary data. ASCII 0x1a is considered as end of file. Here no special character is for end of the file. The end of file can be found from the number of bytes in the directory entry of the file. Characters are stored 1 byte per character. In binary files, character occupies 1 byte, int data occupies 2 bytes, float occupies 4 bytes, like that. Errors in text file are easily found, but errors in the binary files are very difficult to find. What is a file pointer? A file pointer identifies a specific disk file, means it points to a location of the open file. Now this pointer is used by the stream associated with it to tell the IO functions where to perform the operations. Now this is a pointer variable type of a file which is defined in a stdio.h. Now this file type is a structure which contains the information about the file like name, size, status, mode in which file is open, current position, etc. So declare a pointer, we use the file keyword and indirection operator and pointer name. So file, indirection operator fp1, fp2, fp3, like that. So for every operation on files, we require this file pointer. Let us see operation on files. Naming file, opening file, reading from the file, writing into file, closing the file, detecting end of the file. Let us see these operations one by one. The first operation is naming a file. Now we give a name to a file to uniquely identify a computer file in a file system. Now file name contains two parts, file name and file extension. The file extension tells what type of file is. For example, a.txt. txt tells that the file is of text type. Then a.jpg. It tells that file is of image type. a.mp4. It tells that file is of video file. a.c. It tells that file is contains C source code. So file naming requires file name and file extension. Second operation, opening a file. The process of opening a string for use and linking a disk file to it is called as opening a file. So before performing any file IO operation, file must be open. The syntax for opening a file is fopen function. In round bracket, we provide the file name and the mode in which we want to open the file. It returns pointer to file. Now here fname is the name of the file, mode the way in which we want to open the file. If the file operation opening is successful, it returns pointer to type file. Otherwise it returns null value. Now let us see file opening modes, means in which mode we can open the file. The first mode is read mode, or R means read mode. If the file is opened successfully for reading and set up pointer which point to the first character in it. If the file cannot be opened, it returns null value. Our second mode is write mode. We specify W for it. If the file already exists, then its contents are overwritten. But if the file does not exist, then new file is created. It returns null value if file can't be opened. Next is append mode, or A. If the file is open and for appending, then file pointer will set to the last character in it. If the file does not exist, then new file is created. Otherwise, it returns null value for not opening the file. Next mode is R plus, means we can read the file as well as we can write it to file. If the file does not exist, a new file is created. But if the file exists, contents can be read and new contents can be added. If the file cannot be opened, it is null value. Then W plus means we can open the file for reading as well as writing. If the file does not exist, a new file will be created. But if the file exists, contents can be overwritten by new data. Returns a null value if file can't open. And append A plus append and reading can be possible in this. So if the file is open, we can use that file for reading and appending. If the file does not exist, then new file will be created. If the file exists, then contents can be appended to the end of the file. Returns null value if the file can't open. Let's see example. To open the file in a binary mode, B has to be appended. This RB, WB, is read in a binary mode, write in binary mode like that. A plus B, AB. Now first, we declare the file pointer. So file asterisk fp1 asterisk fp2. Then fp1 equal to fopen in file name, suppose program.c, in which mode we want to open the file, read mode or write mode. So you can specify the mode here. The second example, fopen program.dat wb means open the file program.dat in the binary mode and in writing for writing purpose. So it returns the file pointer and store in a fp2. Next operation is closing the file. A file must be closed as soon as all the file operation on it has completed. File closing ensures that all the information, all the data associated with the file is flushed out from the buffers and stored into file permanently. Then all links to that file is broken. Next, accidental misuse of the file also prevented. So, after opening file, after performing reading and writing operation, you must close the file. If you want to change the mode of the file, then first close the file and again open in new mode. Syntax for closing the file is, we use the fclose function and we pass the file pointer. Now this file pointer is same in which we have opened the file. So fclose fp1 here. Fclose all function close all the open strings. Let us see example of closing a file. Here we declare two file pointers p1 and p2 of type file. Then p1 equal to fopen and give the file name input.txt and open that file in read mode. So fopen in round bracket input.txt comma r. Now second, p2 equal to fopen and file name is output.txt open in write mode. After performing some operation, you close the file. So fclose p1. Now same p1 is used for when you open the file. Fclose p2. So close the file pointer p2. Now this pointer can be again reused after closing. Next topic is detecting the end of file. Now FEOF function is used to check end of file is reached or not. Now this FEOF function takes the file pointer as the input and returns non-zero or true value if the end of file is reached. Otherwise it returns the 0 or false value. Syntax FEOF, it accepts the file pointer. So file star FP returns the non-zero or 0 value. So for example, if FEOF FP, if it is true, this non-zero value returns, then printf end of file is reached or end of data is reached. Let us see assignment on these topics. Short questions. List the predefined streams. List the types of files. What is the use of file pointer? In long question, differentiate between text and binary files. Explain opening and closing file in a C. I hope you must understood these basic file concepts. In next part, we will see file input output operations. So thank you for watching.